But I have a question for you, and that's why are you here? And of course the obvious answer is for the GCDC, yeah, okay, but I mean, why are you here in the Netherlands? Why aren't you somewhere else? You know, this could have take place anywhere, you know. The Netherlands is not known as one of the big automotive industry countries in the Netherlands or in the world, so why does it happen here? Is it a coincidence? Well, I don't think so, and I'll explain to you a little bit with taking a historical perspective on some aspects, so now you get a little bit about Dutch history. There is something about the Dutch spirit and the Dutch history which relates to technologies needed for connected driving. And one of them, of course, is navigation. And I take a little picture from you know, the 17th century when Dutch trade ships sailed all over the world, and they needed maps of all those unknown territories. And Willem Blauw became the world famous cartographer, making beautiful maps. And yeah, that technology, that spirit, that lingered on, and in the last century, in the 80s, Philips invented in-car navigation. So Dutch have something with navigation. The in-car navigation, of course, required digital maps, and Navtec and Teleatlas, you know them all. They still have their European headquarters in the Netherlands. And as the last picture I put to the right there is a TomTom, which is of course also a spin-off in this tradition of navigation, and today worldwide #1 in car navigation. But also in another technology, communication, the Netherlands have played a role in developing new communication protocols. Philips, of course, very important also here with Wi-Fi protocols. Bluetooth has also its origin in that area, and NXP, the successor of this particular business at Philips, has played a major role in developing the canvas, and today is the #1 supplier of FlexRay components. And also in a more of an application area of automated driving. Already, and then I mean real applications, real world applications, and I go back to the 1990s. There you see big automated driving lorries in ECT terminal in Rotterdam. 265 of those lorries still drive today, but they started in 1993. And they're also the first automated and autonomously free-ranging people mover started in Schiphol, and the other picture is also the 1990s. That was the Rijnswoude experiments in 1980 on cooperative driving. And to the right, more recent pictures of the Filias bus that connects Eindhoven to the airport and a nearby village of Veldhoven. You see the next generation of people mover systems in Rotterdam Capelle that drives today, and of course also the very special, unique TNO V-Hill test laboratory for ADAS systems, which is right next door to where we are. And yeah, there's another reason for putting all this emphasis on cooperative driving in the Netherlands, and that's because we have a problem. We have a problem here in the Netherlands with congestion. And of course, you know, you're living in urban areas around the world, you know what congestion is. But this is not, you know, and the Holland is basically an urban area in itself. You know, it's, you can see it as one big city maybe. And it's, we have quite a lot of problems with traffic jams, and it's exemplified with this little picture. We keep a record, you know, of that, and 1999 was the worst so far, which has a traffic jam total length of 975 kilometers. It snowed that day, you know, which of course made things worse. But I make a relation to the Dutch map to the right, you know, so you see, if you know that the total length of our country is only about 400 kilometers, then 975 kilometers is from Heerlen to Delfzijl down again and halfway up again. You know, that was a traffic jam that day. And so that was an exception, but it's pretty normal to have traffic jam length of 250 to 300 kilometers every day on peak hours. So here you see some more statistics. You know, those traffic jams do cost a lot of money. That's shown on the left, and things are getting worse, and that's shown on the right. But good news is that with the financial crisis, things are getting a little bit better, because in the first quarter of this year, our traffic jam length was down with 17% just because of the financial crisis. Well, okay, that's temporary. We hope to get over that very soon. And we get our problem back. So we intend to do something about it. And that's why HATAS has identified the connected car as a prime subject for innovation. And now, what's HATAS? HATAS stands for High-Tech Automotive Systems, and it's the National Dutch Innovation Program for the automotive industry. It was launched in 2007, and we plan to invest about 150 million euro over a time frame of about 5 years, where this connected car part plays a big role. It's a cooperation between the knowledge institutes, industry, small and medium-sized enterprises, and government. And as you see, our goal on this particular subject is that we reduce traffic time travel time in the Netherlands with about 25%. That means we want to reduce traffic jams. So, what's this connected car program about? It's about automotive ICT, you might have guessed. That enables cars to communicate with other cars and with the fixed world. And it has a special goal. Because whereas internationally ADAS development, as you know, are primarily, they sprout off as a kind of comfort development, you know, cruise control, adaptive cruise control, that kind of systems. They develop into the safety area, but not so much into the traffic management area. And in the Netherlands, we put the priorities upside down. We say, you know, improving the traffic flow is our priority number 2, and then you see the others down below.